Got it.
Yo. You just press play from your phone.
Yeah.
GoPro got you right.
GoPro got me right. Cheers.
Cheers. Tea and crumpets.
Good old detox tea.
Detox in real life. With another detox.
That'll make you forget the day.
With another detox chaser, okay?
Detox your week. Don't want to remember? Detox tea.
Anyway, welcome to a podcast about nothing with V.
And AD. I feel like I haven't done that in so long.
Did we do that on the last episode? I don't think we did. Oh, we getting brand new.
Getting in trouble.
Management.
Management.
All right.
Welcome back, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Gang, gang.
What we talking about?
Just to recap, I feel like we missed a couple things.
Yeah. So I didn't even know it. I mean, obviously it's deep, but I didn't know it was this deep, the whole T.I. and Deyjah thing.
Yeah. It's deep. I feel like I'm honestly guilty. I haven't really watched all the episodes, but I believe that we've spoken about this before.
Yeah, we did speak about it. But after watching the actual, it was like incident part 1, incident part 2. And then you told me about it. I watched it and I was like, oh thing. Shit.
This wasn't even going to be like another conversation, but it was just like after, quarantine, no shows are on TV right now. So after realizing that, you watch all these shows. I wanted to see Toya get engaged too because I actually like their relationship.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations. But watching the show, it's like, wait, I didn't know you were this ignorant.
Yeah, Uncle Tip.
You could be this ignorant because I don't know you in real life. Let's make that clear. But for this situation, you can't blame editing. You can't blame anybody else. You look bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you look bad. You look bad from beginning to the end, from the rooter to the tutor. You look bad.
And know that ignorance is just it's not knowing. That's what it is. Ignorance equals not knowing. And
sidebar. So when people say ignorance is bliss, that means they're happy to not know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like ignorance is just the you just don't know what's going on. And it also seems like he didn't care to understand what was going on until people brought it to his attention.
Yeah, because he thought he was right. But it was just the ignorance of the host. Like, I'm one of those people who, like, forget the situation, Forget what happened. It's how did you get to this point? How were you able to schedule her doctor's appointments, go to the doctor's office with people knowing why you were taking her to the doctor and thinking that it's okay for you to go through with these appointments and thinking that you're coming out more informed, smarter, whatever you may think. That's what's boggling my mind, because she has a mom, a stepmom, and of course I'm not expecting a teenage girl to really stand up to her dad, depending on the relationship, because I personally couldn't be in her shoes. Lord knows. My dad knows it wasn't going down like that, but I'm just saying.
I wonder if her mom actually knew that he was taking her to the gynecologist and going in the room with her, because honestly, it seems like it's never happened before.
No, it doesn't. They said it didn't happen before. The reason why I got brought up, which Tiny made clear, was that Deyjah did some questionable things a questionable thing by staying out past her curfew and basically staying past her curfew with a boy, and him having a question, did anything happen? And basically them not believing
So if
her.
it did happen, then what?
That's what I'm saying. So it's just, she has a mom and a stepmom, but it's weird to me. I don't have any kids, so I don't know. Granted, I don't put anything.
It's weird. I got a bunch of them.
I don't put anything past anybody. But I can honestly say that it's a weird concept to think that somebody in a relationship such as T.I. and Tiny, with a public household such as the Harris household being on TV, that his mother wouldn't know, that her mother wouldn't know about a doctor's appointment or something like that. Like,
yeah, I think it's a couple of things. I think
there's
first,
way too many people involved in their lives for something like that to be missed.
Deyjah doesn't seem like the type of child that would actually speak up and say anything about it, even if it did happen, right? So I don't see her going to her mom. I don't see her going to Tiny or to anybody else saying, yo, like, I went to the gynecologist and, you know, dad went into the room with me. That's the first thing. Second of all, I feel like T.I. probably made this appointment without anybody knowing. I've never heard of, and correct me if I'm wrong, people, but I have never heard of a child that is not sexually active going to the doctor, especially the gynecologist and a female. Like, if you're not sexually active, why are you going to the gynecologist? I've never heard of that. Like, you go to the gynecologist to see if you have anything.
But you're also supposed to get checked up every year.
By your doctor. She's not 18. She should still be going to a pediatrician or a regular doctor.
That's where I'm misconstrued, because I was told to start going to the gynecologist or seeing someone for your lady parts, specialized for your lady parts, when you start your period.
So you're telling me they're putting a whole, like, that equipment up in you and you're still a virgin?
I mean,
wouldn't that break your hymen alone?
No.
Why?
Hymen isn't just broken from a little tube going up the swab and seeing whatever.
Absolutely. But I'm saying, if you're a virgin and your hymen is still intact and you're putting
it doesn't go that far up, V. Gee.
Where's the hymen? Please explain it to me.
Let's ask that question first.
Where is it?
The hymen.
I'm just saying.
The hymen isn't like a little. It's not like a thin layer of skin right before you get in. It's not there. Like,
yes, it is. You can see it, can't you? Is that funny? Is that funny?
Because I didn't know that you didn't know. No, that's not where a hymen is. Oh my gosh.
Do you know how far that thing goes up? All right. First of all, I feel like it's all the way up in my Rudy Tootie, okay? Like, that shit is uncomfortable, and I've had 3 kids, okay? You put anything up into me and crank it up. I feel like everything is broken, okay?
I do feel a little violated, but I don't think that, no, your hymen is not that close to the vagina.
Then how can it break from you riding a bike or doing the splits?
Vigorous exercise, vigorous movements. Like, if you're jumping up and down on the split, something might split open.
That means that it's not like
it's not.
You can see the hymen. You can, right? You know what? I
don't want to go.
I'm about to Google it.
She said you can see it. Like, okay. I did not expect this to go like this at all. But the hymen is weak. Okay. This is not.
Why are you so laughing?
Because what is it? This is not geometry. No,
chemistry.
Anatomy. That's what this would be called. Ladies, locate your hymen first. The hymen is not right at the surface, right?
Hold on.
What did you find?
I don't know. Hold on.
Google is a dangerous place.
It is.
That's what we need to figure out. What would you have of all the symptoms, everything you felt on a daily basis, and you typed it into Google? What would you be diagnosed with? Because there's something.
Alienism.
Mesothelioma. Mesothelioma. What is it?
Google is a dangerous place. That's what I'm gonna put. But okay, I'm gonna find this and we're gonna talk about this. But seriously, it's like I'm very disappointed in Tiny, and I'm more disappointed in Tiny than I am than anybody else in this situation for a couple of reasons. Mm-hmm. When I watched the episode, they were in Mexico.
Yeah.
When the information came out, nothing but females on that yacht. Tiny being her mom. Step, whatever it is. Tiny being her mom. And what Tiny has spoken about in previous seasons and all that other, these are my kids. You didn't go to her. You didn't comfort her. Do you know how embarrassing that is? I don't care. I will stand by you to 100% regardless of what he does, as long as there ain't nothing ridiculous and stupid as shit, okay? Like this bullshit. But I don't blame Tiny for sticking by him. What I blame Tiny for is not going to comfort your daughter. And whenever that child is with you, she is your daughter, not anybody else's.
I would have been conflicted on what to say in that moment, though.
Hey, honey, are you okay?
True.
Hey,
but being I'm not a mother, not a mommy, but you're a woman. You're a female, a woman, and that's what I'm saying. So if I had another title on top of a woman or a female, besides coming to somebody as a woman, like I'm your mom or your stepmom or however she felt, I can understand her restrictions on stating what she stated. I'm not her mother, so I can't comfort her the way she needs to be comforted and question her the way she needs to be questioned. Whether or not, like, I understand what you're saying.
I am her second mother. She has a mom, so I don't feel the need to get in the middle of this.
Yeah, like I can understand where she's coming from because that's her vagina you're talking about. This is not like your daddy tripping, girl. This is
she's been in your household since she was a baby.
Yeah, true.
Like, you have helped raise her. Comfort her. She's crying and she has no one to go to as her mom, because you are the mom in this situation.
You can't be stepmom when you want to be when it's
that shit don't fly. That shit don't fly. She needed you in that moment. And the fact that she had to go find comfort in other people. Now, granted, other people being family members or
big family,
or whatever it is, like, and you, the whole shit is just fucked up to me in real life. Cause like,
I'm just disappointed in how ignorant that he was in this whole situation. Like, you are ignorant, sir, for thinking that you can go to the doctor and figure out if somebody's a virgin or not. From a hymen being broken and the doctor
agree
being
with that.
able to tell.
For him,
and the fact that, and like I said, it doesn't seem like the appointment. If he went on his own, whatever, you weren't taught, so it makes you look stupid. The people around you who allowed you to go, if it was being discussed, are okay. It's because from the outside looking in, to me, it seems like one of those situations where it's like, girl, just let your daddy go. He's doing the most.
The only reason why T.I. looks stupid is because of the words he uses. Because
they're way too long for you not to make any points. It's like way too long. I don't want to have to go to the dictionary and you still sound slow at the end of them. I'm just saying, if I still don't get it, like I God bless you and your words, but if I still don't get it, you're not that smart.
So I'll say this: the reason why I'm more upset with Tiny than I am T.I. because it's not T.I.'s job to know what this is. I do believe that he was trying to. How do I put this? He is trying to be there and protect his child. Now, what I will disagree with is that I don't let any of my children, Jaden at 16, she'll be 16, she doesn't go into the doctor's office by herself. Mm-hmm. It's not because I'm trying to figure out whether or not she's a virgin or not. I don't trust the doctor that's participating in checking her out. Okay? That's what I'm worried about.
They got candy. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Did that give lollipops?
Lollipops. Like, no, I've always requested a female doctor when it comes to like certain things, though.
I've always requested a female doctor for her as well. But even in that, I don't trust the doctors.
Yeah.
My children can't go into a doctor's office without me being present. Now, at this point, I've taught Jaden, hey, don't do that. That's not right. If you don't feel good about it, walk out. All those type of things. But that's what I'm more worried about. Am I worried about my daughter having sex? Absolutely. I don't want her to do it before she is ready. Mm-hmm. But we have those conversations.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, T.I., like, the protection didn't have to come from you going to check a hymen. Like, the conversation should come from the protection of your words and how you get to the point of actually having sex and getting her to understand the real versus the fake. Somebody who's interested in you versus somebody who isn't. Because you keep saying, I know what type of man I was and no. Okay.
Tommy said that dumb shit, too. And I was pissed off.
Then you're supposed to know.
He's a man and he knows what
And that's what I'm saying. Even if you do know, which is weird to me of how he's treating her, but even if you do know, that's when you school them on. That's what fathers should be schooling their daughters on. The conversation that comes with men, because that's all where it starts. Unless she is wilding for respect some type of way, and she's just out here allowing people to do anything to her, or the first day they meet her, cool. But it usually starts with the conversation. Protect her from understanding who's being real, who's not being real, who's being genuine, who doesn't mean any harm, who does mean harm, sexual conversation from non-sexual, somebody who's interested from that. That's how you protect her.
And why is it okay for King?
I mean, that's that double standard. I think it's accepted for him because T.I. keeps saying King is just like him. Like, he says that pretty much every season of the show. Every time he talks to King, he's always saying King is just like me.
So that double
it's almost expected, so it's accepted.
Write that down. That's a
She always taking notes. Y'all want to see my notes?
Show your notes.
I'm not showing y'all
Show your
my
notes. Show your notes.
They in my mind.
Show your notes. Show your notes.
I like to keep paper on the trees.
And I got a second piece of paper because I know I'm going to go over.
I like recycling. That's what your brain is for.
Honestly, even when I take notes, this shit never comes out right.
Right, like, wait, what did we say?
And accept.
Yeah. If you really think about most situations, if they're expected, then they're going to be accepted to some point of view, like to some standard. True. Almost. Just in the way you deal with it, because I knew that was going to happen. You know, you wouldn't get as mad as you would if it was unexpected.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's sad.
It's sad.
It is. It really is sad, but hey.
Why is there a double standard, though, when it comes to...
Because of everything. It's implemented in everything. And that's definitely a conversation for another episode. Because that can go back to anybody's Bible, anybody's religious book, anybody's way of thinking, any family, because I've noticed this since I was a child. You know?
Yeah.
Just the double standards and just small things in my family. So I can only imagine how far it goes back. And I'm not interested in doing research because that's not my strong suit.
I'm going to go do the research.
Right. So, yeah.
That double standard thing, okay, so they did a PSA with Centoya Brown. Mm-hmm. If you all don't know who Centoya Brown is, we'll tell you right after this.
Is this a commercial?
It is. Well, we gotta stop it all. Okay. No, you have to stop. Wait, did you pause it?
I'll stop. Come back to the air.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. And
yep. Tell them what you said.
I ain't say nothing.
You didn't say it.
I said what?
You acting funny. Your friends coming to you. You don't know how to act. Yeah. Where you going?
Well, first of all, I'm going to a very special and important date.
Hey now, congratulations.
Hey, congratulations, Lizzie.
Right.
She getting married to Theotis.
Why you always making up people's names? That's his name?
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
No.
He always adding extra.
His name is Isaac, and he is a really, really good dude.
He is.
He is.
His team's cool, calm, cool, and collected.
He's handsome, too.
Handsome.
He has a really...
Chocolate drop. Chocolate babies.
He has good hair, good teeth. They about to have some pretty babies.
Oh. I knew it. I knew you.
Oh, y'all trying to call me 50 Cent out here.
Right. Black queens. Wait.
He exotic.
Why is everybody mad at 50 Cent? I just love him. But it's like, I feel like people are so ready to hate him.
Hold on. Time out.
What?
You need to back off.
No. You're married. Okay?
Yeah, but...
Worry about my cousin. And that's it. That's all.
Well, I mean...
That's a sin.
What's the sin?
That.
What?
Lusting over somebody.
Not if you discuss it first.
Who don't belong to you.
Not if you discuss it first.
Who belong to you. Look, 50
Who said 50 didn't belong to me?
He has little legs anyway. You gonna have.
See? Hey, 50, you heard that, right?
It's like, don't charge it to my head, not my heart. It was a picture. They shouldn't have taken the angle.
He prison swole.
Because his top half is so heavy, but when they show that video of him getting ready to fight somebody when he was on a date.
Let me be the judge.
I was like, wait, why is his legs so
Let me be the judge. So I just feel that if you are honest in your relationship, then it's not a sin. So Alicia Keys or Nanny...
You can't talk about sins in your relationship without talking about God.
First of all, Alicia Keys, Nanny McPhee, Udo loves you. So, I'm not mad that he loves Nanny McPhee.
You're a hater. That's what it is. She's a hater.
He's not mad that I love 50 Cent.
That's a Rick Ross sound.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
He look like he smell good too.
He does. And works out for fun. Because that top half is something serious.
Anyway, so we're back and we're going to tell you guys about Centoya. Centoya Brown was...
I thought her name was Centonia. That's good.
Centoya Brown. Watched the Netflix special. It was about human trafficking. She was actually on the last episode of T.I. and Tiny Family Hustle and Friends with Friends in a Bag. I know it's a long ass title, dog.
It's a long ass title.
It really is. So she was on there talking about human trafficking, and they actually dismissed T.I. from being a part of
the PSA
because of his daughter.
Which was weird, but I get it for the climate that we live in now. Everything is such a touchy subject. Everything is so sensitive.
And I think that's why he should have been a part of it.
But that would have taken away from the whole fact of what it was. And sometimes
I agree with that.
Some press is good press. And, people say no press is bad press. I think that's a thing of the past. Like, you don't need to know everybody's flaws. Honestly, I can honestly say from what it seems like, T.I. made a mistake. He didn't know what he was doing. He thought he was protecting his daughter when he made himself look like a fool. Because his intentions
Not
never
that he
seemed...
thought he was. He was protecting his daughter.
Yeah, and I'm sure he still is. He thought he was protecting her, but he didn't. Like I'll give it to you, sir. Your intentions were pure. We can see that through the clearest day. But the ignorance to not want to learn more about the situation, your hesitation to learn was what.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
it's the hesitation.
The hesitation to learn about your mistakes was disheartening. That's pretty much what I think disappointed with everybody. But
I feel really bad for Deyjah.
I do too, but I'm happy that it was on the virgin side versus like the hoe side. I can honestly say that. I'm happy that it came back.
But what makes her a hoe? If she has sex?
No. That it was like not brought up because she was out here hoeing. It was like, we got a question. You stayed late one time and you're going to the gynecologist. And
I'm so disappointed in Tiny.
Your dad is really that concerned because my dad didn't show up. I'm just playing. I'm saying, like, it's what is it? not knowledgeable, but it's Nobel. What is it?
A Nobel Peace Prize?
No, it's like, it's something-able. The fact that your father wanted to protect you in that light. Like, I can give it
honorable.
to you. Honor. I don't think that was the word I was looking for.
It's not. It's not, but it is.
It's honorable that he wanted to take you to the doctor to figure out. So whatever he thought would come out on the end of it would be something to help you. So that's honorable. Like, I give it to him because most men don't think about their daughters in this light. They don't think to protect them like that and stuff like that. But he was just
and I
ignorant.
give it to T.I. He's there. He's there with his kids. All of them in the same house. I don't know what Deyjah's situation is with her mom or where she lives or where any of the kids live besides, the youngest. But he loves his kids. And I know that Tiny, they love their kids. She talks about it all the time. I just think my disappointment was it's no way in hell. If Yuta was to have a daughter and that child was in that situation was to happen, I would be the first to go to her. It's no way in hell I would let anybody else.
It's almost like it's happening under your roof.
That's my child.
Yeah.
She's been with Tiny since she was yay old. You know what I mean?
So they've pretty much been together for the majority of her life.
Exactly. So that's my baby. I'm going to protect you just as much as your mom's going to protect you. But then again, my family's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, my dad's first wife, I call her mom. You know what I mean? That's just how my family works. So it's very different. Tiny got that the other side. I mean, look, they believe in step, this yours, this mine, all that other shit. I don't know, but I just think in a black household, it's not really that half shit, that step shit.
I've never really processed half, step, and like if I've considered somebody a step or like distant, that just means I wasn't going to talk to you. No, seriously, that's all that meant. Like, okay, you step, okay,
family is family, but I told you that before. I don't see this is what we be talking about. Like, it's very hard for me to call Monique and Lizzie my sister-in-laws.
Yeah, true.
They're my sisters. You know what I mean?
No, honestly, I will say, explaining this podcast, because it's as soon as somebody asks, how are y'all related?
It's my cousin.
It's like, it's my cousin. Like, put cousins, parents, cousins.
But what do you mean? So
Dang.
wait, your cousin, your dad,
right?
your
Like,
mom,
how she end up with green eyes? That's because she a racist. I'm just saying.
Oh.
I'm just playing, but it's so funny because I don't think that deep. Because if technically, honestly speaking, I would have half brothers and half, like, I've never practiced that ever. Ever.
And I wonder if
you've been around me for more than 3 days at a time, you ain't my half step nothing.
Just 3 days.
I mean, that's long enough to be in my personal space.
I'm writing down.
We related.
I'm writing down notes again.
We related. You've been in my personal space. We're related. Yeah. I cleaned up after you. Were related.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for her. I'm disappointed in Tiny, and honestly, like with T.I., I appreciate him wanting to protect his child.
That's first and foremost.
Yeah, definitely.
That is first and foremost.
First and foremost. But
the hesitation to want to learn about your ignorance is what was disheartening for me.
Yeah.
Tiny, I didn't expect too much from her, honestly. So,
really?
I get where you're coming from.
Because remember, we talked about it beforehand, and I was like, no, she didn't.
I didn't expect much from her because of how it's almost like that situation where people ask, if you're feeding, who eats first? The kids or the husband or the whatever. In her mind, her husband always eats first.
That's actually a really good point.
Yeah, but that's how I feel like she thinks. So I'm not, the way she went about the situation, of course she would have consulted her husband first. What do you think I should do?
Consultation is fine. You can consult your husband. You need to
But that's what I'm saying. When she consulted her husband, their consensus was Deyjah needs to come talk to me to tell me what's wrong.
That's some bullshit.
That's when she stood up for
There's
him
no way
and said,
in
well,
hell.
Deyjah needs to come say something. That's what I'm saying. Like, the consultation is what she was going to do. The conclusion, you should have made your own decision, is what you're saying. Like, I get that. But I didn't expect too much from her because of how, over the years, watching her on television, seeing how she thinks. My husband comes first before my children.
I will say this. I will never
I love my kids, but my husband comes first.
I mean, I agree with that.
Who eat first in your house?
My children.
See, don't nobody eat in mine. I'm just playing.
No, she's not. No, she's not. Y'all about to go hungry.
Everybody starves.
I will say this, though. Like, I will never go against my husband on TV in front of other people or anything like that.
Yeah.
But behind closed doors, we're going to have a conversation.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? So that could have been the situation.
That's
but
true.
When it comes to eating, my children can't fix their own plate. My husband can. I'll always serve you, just like you will always serve me. That's how our relationship works.
We ain't talking about who can make their own plate. I'm talking about who eats first.
But that's the same thing.
But you're saying it in the sense of like, well, while they're eating first, we can make our plates together.
Yeah.
See, that's not how people think. They're like, no, I'm serving my man on a silver platter, not paper plates.
I'm serving who can't eat, who can't fix their own plate.
Nah, they can fix their own plate.
That's what Thomas said. Thomas said he a grown man.
He said, I'm a grown man. That 5th birthday was something serious.
Yo, and it hasn't stopped. He's serious about it.
Vegetables. Thomas grew up. Don't play my man.
What did he said the other day? He said, I'm a grown man. Where's my bacon, grits, and eggs? I kid you not. And I thought, I was like, oh, I'm making this up in my head. Like, he didn't say that. He said, Grandma, where's my bacon?
Where did they get this from?
I don't know, but I promise you, I'm pretty sure I call him the N-word.
She ain't beating him. She just cussing him in curse language.
Nigga, who the hell are you talking to? I know you're not talking to my mama like that. Mama, where's my bacon?
That's confusing. That would be confusing. Like, wait, I'm confused.
I'm just kidding. Hey, cut this out.
Sorry, Mama.
Thomas is a mess.
Thomas is a shrimp. But yeah, protection.
But yeah, I really feel sorry for Deyjah.
Dads, keep protecting your daughters, but there's other ways to go about it. Teach them the game. Stop trying to prevent them or, stop them from doing stuff that's already natural they're probably going to get into anyway. Just teach them what to look for. That's really what it is. Because y'all going to the doctor looking stupid.
And again, nobody's blaming you for being a present parent.
Yes, we are.
No, because that's what he is.
Right.
He's a present parent. Nobody's blaming you for that. Another thing that really pissed me off, and then we're gonna go. But another thing that really pissed me off is that when they were in Mexico, he made a point after he knew there was a problem to bring her over and say, "Hey, Deyjah, 17 years old, you need to participate in 17-year-old activities, and their children watching you. Not 21 years old. Nigga, shut the fuck up."
Yeah, but that's a lot of problems parents have in general.
No, but he had to show authority.
That's a problem most parents have in general. Like, if
to show authority?
Yes. If there's a problem,
I'm a bad parent.
You can have. Yeah, you're their bestie. So I'm just playing. You're a great parent, but what I'm saying in the sense of old way of thinking, of learning. That sounds like a typical parent. Like, I don't give a damn what you mad at. I feed you. I do this for you. I do this for you. So you better respect me. I've experienced that plenty of times. I do this and do this. And it's like, all right, well, when I grow up, don't expect for me to talk to you.
Don't expect me to have you live in my house. You're going to live in our
I feel like me and my parents already got that together. They're not coming this way.
Hey, Uncle Vernon, Auntie Gladys, I got you. You will not go in a home.
They coming to your house.
They're going to Ian's house. Uncle Vernon, look, I love you to death, bro. But
we already got that covered. But I'm blessed to have two parents who don't want to be up under their kids.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Like they're letting their kids live their life, but I'm blessed to have two parents who like, yeah, y'all can go ahead,
figure it out.
Right, go over there.
I mean, my parents are the same way.
Yeah, but they love their grandkids to death.
Too damn.
Like,
how am I always
like
wrong?
That video is still like, oh, he loves me so much. That's a real thing.
Like so much. But yes, I applaud T.I.
Yeah, kudos
for being
to you. Let's
for being present.
A round of applause before we dismantle your life.
Yeah, because it's not like
you ain't do nothing wrong. You were just ignorant.
Yeah, and that's
slow to try to learn.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and you weren't willing at first to learn, but
at least
I want to end with this. There's so many. They try to with the black man. They try to like say that discredit the black man so much for not being there, and they try to discredit the black man for not being present in their children's lives. So one thing that I will say is that, Deyjah, although I feel for you, be grateful that you have a dad.
That's the truth.
That wants to be present and that wants to know and that wants to protect you. I also think that your dad just talks entirely too fucking much. That's how I said.
You gotta pick. We talked about this other day.
You have to pick and choose.
Pick and choose your battles.
Absolutely.
Like, you gotta cry about what you want to cry about, but understand that your problems could be different.
Yeah.
Like I literally came in here, what was it, yesterday, 2 days ago, asking you, do you pray for the type of problems that you want? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you asking for all the good stuff? Why not ask for the problems that you want to have too?
Exactly.
And I know I want mine to be pretty simple.
Yeah. And I never thought about that. And it's real. But
yeah, it is. So, Deyjah, while you over there crying because your dad embarrassed you, be thankful that he's
there to embarrass you.
He's there to embarrass you. Like,
that's
damn,
real.
My dad real embarrassed, and you was a virgin to be embarrassed about.
Exactly. Because it could have been so much worse. He might have not have been there. You might have not have had the life that you are actually living. And although, T.I., I don't agree with what you're doing, but
not what you're doing. Like the whole thing. Just.
Like the what you're doing, because I feel like you're going to do some dumb shit in the future. So let's just speak about it. I want to let you know that I appreciate what you are doing and what you will continue to do, because it could be different. And
also kudos to him for listening to the people who decided to come speak to him when they finally did.
Kudos to her, to the nieces.
Yeah, to the nieces. Because one thing... random fact, but the Kevin Hart documentary, when he was doing all the thing about the racism, the one thing that stood out to me about the whole thing was when his agent said to him, you have a team and you didn't use us. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have
the white lady?
Yeah.
The gay lady?
Yeah, when she basically said, like, you have a team. Or I don't know if it was a gay lady. She said she was just disappointed in how he was moving. She felt some type of way. But she basically said, like, you have a team. Like, you hired us, put us in a position to help you, guide you, make sure you're staying on track. And when it was time for us to be put into those positions to help you stay on track, you still said, fuck us.
You dismissed us.
So, like,
T.I., lean on your team. Lean on your family.
Yeah, like, you made your family your team. So I will say kudos to him for actually listening to his team when it was time for them to correct him, come to him and express to him what was wrong.
And Tiny, stop being a yes man.
Too many times.
What? What you gotta say?
She's different. But too many times we've seen the situation where people are in T.I.'s position, head of household, probably majority of the money maker, all that other stuff, where they're able to dismiss and get rid of everything else. So I'll say kudos to him on that too. Yeah. Because that's a real thing. Because I don't listen to nobody. So.
She don't.
I listen to...
no, you don't.
It's like a 3 cap a day. Don't be... Like, too many people can't call me with directions in a day. It's too many people. It's too much.
See? All right. Well, thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening. Just don't say too much. I'm a genie in a bottle.
I wish I could see the bottom of me because it don't match goddamn shit.
She was about to get up and start dancing.
Hey. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you subscribe.
Thank you. Like,
thumbs up.
comment.
If you don't like it,
don't touchy. No tushy.
What?
No tushy.
No tushy.
No tushy. Don't
All
touch
right.
nothing.
Thanks. Love you guys.
Love you guys. See you later next week. Bye.